I started a viral confessions project. These are the ones I couldn't release until now. I accidentally blew my at a glory hole.
And she sucked off a guy and it was her.
Also, I wish you could come to a glory hole just to experience it, Britt. I think you'd lose your mind. What?
Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning, Brittney.
No.
What?
It's Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany. Tiffany's back in the house.
But we're changing it. It's not Tiffany. It's Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Tiffany is in the house. And I'm wearing my beautiful new Mykonos jumper for you.
I
If you
love
listened
it.
to the episode of Close Friends last week, which I'm sure you did, I don't think anyone skips that. You know, with most podcasts, like, you have a main episode, then you have a bonus episode that maybe not as many. I remember when we did Trash Alley.
I think the scrollers love it.
Yeah, not as many people would listen to the bonus episode as the main episode. Gay, you let us know. Do we have consistent listens for both, or do some people not even bother with Close Friends?
Close Friends, it's a little bit lower, but like they're all pretty high, of course.
Nice.
But yeah, a little bit lower, Close Friends.
Okay, well, there you go.
So
Well,
whoever's not listening, what the hell?
Yeah, I think if you didn't listen to Friday's episode, it's one you definitely should listen to.
Wait.
Okay, shit. Tiffany's here. She's here. What's happening, Tiffany?
I don't know why this just popped into my brain, but do you want to know something funny I'm going to be like you were after America. You know how for like 3 months after America
Yeah.
you kept talking about it? That's going to be me, but with Europe.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. You had to be there. But one night we were all like on the minibus thing, because when we would get off the boat to go to a venue, we'd get like a big maxi taxi.
Yeah.
And one night we were coming back from dinner and we remembered that guy that made the video about bits of glass muffin.
I got no idea what that is.
Oh, never mind then. You know the guy that did shoes?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
shoes. Do you not remember
Kelly.
when he did one and it was about all the different flavoured muffins?
No.
Never mind. Anyway, I thought I would just say that in case it triggers in anyone's brain. That video used to give me life when I was a kid.
Well, I thought, seeing as you love games on High Scrollers, and I haven't approved this with Gay J, but I think Gay J is going to love this because it's going to lead to a lot of engagement for this podcast.
Engagement.
Well, your Euro summer trip has inspired me to also go on a trip somewhere. But I'm not going to tell you where.
Okay.
We are going to play a little game here at High Scrollers, and there are a few rules, and all the scrollers get to be involved in this as well. Okay? So do you want to know the rules?
Yeah.
Hold on,
What's the game called?
Oh, fuck off. That's your job.
Oh, I was going to make a little sting and everything for it.
Yeah, well,
Let's play the game, then I'll tell you the name at the
let's
end.
play the game.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll find out the name. Play the game to get the name. So the rules are, each week on this podcast, I will give one clue as to where I'm
Oh,
going.
for fuck's sake. So we're not even going to figure it out today.
This week, excuse me, I'm going to give you 3. All right?
But how many weeks is it going to take us to play this game?
Well,
I'm too
that's
impatient.
up to you and all the scrollers.
I'm too impatient for that.
So all the scrollers can help her in the group chat, the scrollers group chat. You can all help Brittney in there. Each week after the episode goes live, we'll comment, where do you think Matt's going? And you can all help guess. And each week, you also get to ask me one yes or no question.
Okay.
To help you figure
What
out
if I get
where
it
I'm
today?
going. If you get it today, the game's ruined and we don't need a sting. But I don't think you will, because I have started vague. And as we go on, they will get more and more obvious as to where I'm going. But I just thought, why not make a fun little game that everyone can get involved
Is
with,
this
right? If that's what you want this week's yes or no question to be, then...
Well, I just want to know, because we got a lot of things coming up over the next few months between your birthday, Hillary Duff, your live show, recording this podcast, Christmas, fate. I'm like, how are you going to have time to go on a holiday?
Well, we will get to you being able to ask a question at some point. Would you like this week's 3 clues? And then from next week onwards, it's 1 clue a week.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll do it at the start of every episode. Okay. So this week's clues for you of where I'm going is it's somewhere I haven't been before. That's clue number 1. Number 2 is I'm not looking forward to the food situation. That's clue number 2. And clue number 3 is I don't have to buy anything new to go on this trip.
Okay, so it can't be Japan because Japan has awesome food.
You get one yes or no question.
Gay J, you got to help me to come up with a question.
Then you get one guess.
Not excited about the food situation. You hate seafood. So it might be somewhere that has a lot of seafood.
I'm trying not to give anything away.
You don't have to buy anything new to go there, obviously, because it could be somewhere cold because you've been on a cold holiday before, therefore you would already have all the cold wintry clothes. You already own heaps of summery clothes, so you wouldn't need to buy that to go there. Now I'm starting to question, is it in Australia or is it not? I'm going to say no, because why would you be not happy about the food? This is going to be a whole episode of me asking myself questions and talking to myself. Gay J, is anything coming to your mind? I know you're on medication, so you don't really have much to say these days. Can I say that on the pod?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, for everyone listening, I have ADHD and I have recently started medication. I'm very chill today.
He's very still. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
I'm very still.
Usually you're very I don't know.
A little bit more animated?
Yeah. And now you're just like a statue.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, but we're here.
Yeah, we're vibing. Is anything coming to mind before we ask Matt a question?
Well, I think you should ask.
Yeah.
Not that this is me asking, if the weather is warm or cold where he's going, because that will eliminate a lot of areas in the world.
Yeah. So is the place that
you don't know what time of year I'm going.
That's a dumb thing because climate's changed.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think the biggest
ask
clue...
if you're going this year, because then we can determine next time weather and climate.
Wait, but also he said he's not looking forward to the food and he hates spice.
Yeah, but fuck.
Technically, I've spiced up my life and I'm okay with spice now.
You're trying to throw us off. It's somewhere that has spicy food. Is it? I want to say, is it?
I think we need to know if he's going this year.
You only get one guess per week as to where, and you only get one yes or no question.
I think we need to know if he's going this year, because winter is finished here and in the southern hemisphere. So...
But we...
that doesn't work either. Why am I so dumb right now?
Because you're on ADHD medication.
I don't have a million thoughts going in a minute.
I don't think we need to ask if he's going this year because that's not going to give us any kind of information.
Yeah.
I think we just need to straight up guess somewhere.
Can I guess?
Forfeit your yes or guess?
No? Well, I'm not forfeiting a yes or no. I'm going to say, is it this place? And you're saying yes or no.
Yeah, but then that eliminates your question of the week because you still get the guess anyway.
Are you scared I'm going to get it right?
No, but go for it. You guess.
No, okay, so I can ask you a yes or no question.
Yeah.
And then I can guess and you will say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay.
You get a yes or no question to determine.
Okay, wait, Gay J's messaged me. Sorry, we're talking behind your back.
See, isn't this exciting?
That's what I was just saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
isn't this exciting?
Okay, let's ask a question before I ask that. I already said that before, but I don't think either of you heard me.
Nah.
Oh, okay. We need to ask a question, though, before we guess that.
Okay.
So, I don't know what question to ask. Okay, should we just ask him, is he... obviously he's going with Sky, but that doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
To us finding out. I think I just want to ask, is it this year? Just so I can know.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay, is it this year?
Yes.
Okay. Is it India?
India is incorrect.
Oh.
Damn it.
That's the game done and dusted. No more questions. That's it. We'll pick this conversation back up next week.
Because I was thinking India, you don't really like getting Indian food.
Yeah, no. It's
so
Indian
damn, I
wouldn't be
thought we
my
were
first
onto
pick.
that and that would have been funny.
And I just thought India is hilarious, so we had to say it.
Okay, well anyway, that's enough of that. Don't know if I love this game or hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's going to be fun.
But wait, it's this year when?
You can't ask that. You've already asked your question.
Any more questions?
But I need to know for my schedule.
No.
Actually, I need to know for my schedule.
Is it after your birthday? Is it before your birthday?
No more questions this week.
But we need to know so we can plan doing this podcast. You know what?
Fine.
Maybe it's at Christmas. Yeah, it is. It is at Christmas.
Because he would have to tell me because I need
And
to
he's never
sort shit
been
out.
there.
And
It's
Christmas
at
we do
Christmas,
best
I know that
ofs.
for sure. Used to go away for Christmas and New Year's. That's weird because I'm going away too then to the same place you are.
What?
She's just saying whatever it is, she's going to come.
Yeah. Oh, that's so weird. I'm also going there too at that time.
I want to respond to these things that you're saying, and I'm holding my tongue because I don't want to give anything away. So,
Not looking forward to the food
scrollers
situation.
will be putting in the chat, and this is Gay J's job each week, by the way, because I'll forget. Put in the chat and say, does anyone have any clue where Matt is going? And yes, you can figure that out. Anyway, that's a bit of fun, isn't it? Well, on Friday, we were talking a little bit, we touched on some brand trips that you'd been on to Coachella and whatnot when we were talking about the private jet of it all. And I wanted to see, because I know you've been away, and so you may not have caught this because it kind of went down while you were away. And I don't know if you're across this, but I wanted to keep you across it because I find it very, very interesting. Did you see anything about the ChatGPT brand trip?
I saw like the tiniest bit of it, and all I saw was people saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Did you see anything about this, KJ?
I know I've never heard of this, but it's
my goodness.
wild.
So ChatGPT.
Well, OpenAI.
My mortal enemy. Yes, owned by OpenAI. OpenAI took around 30 influencers to this summer camp. It was held at a farm in New York. And I don't know any of the influencers because they're all kind of tech and like industry-based influencers. They all were kind of micro influencers, only had like, I think all of them had under 50K followers across platforms, and I didn't recognize any of their names, but this was not a traditional tripping with tart with your like big beauty and lifestyle influencers. This was like a smaller kind of influencer creator summer camp that they hosted, right? And they went to this kind of farm situation just outside New York. Now, if ChatGPT asked you to go on a brand trip, what would your reaction be to that email?
No.
100%. I actually was so confused as to why. It reminds me of the Shein brand trip. Remember the Shein brand trip?
Yes, when they took them to the factory.
They took the influencers, and they were bigger influencers, lifestyle, fashion, beauty influencers that, you know, we know the names of. They took them to the factory to be like, look at how our company works, etc. And that was really bizarre, and that got a lot of backlash at the time as well.
Yes.
And so seeing ChatGPT, I went, this is bizarre. Now, the activities on the brand trip, obviously, they included the accommodation. They got like branded ChatGPT and OpenAI merch. They did fine dining in the form of like farm to table because they were like on this kind of farm summer camp thing. So it was like, here's the cow. Let's now eat the cow, whatever.
Random.
Yeah, wellness activities, and also a beekeeping excursion where they went and saw
What has any of this got to do with ChatGPT?
The whole reason I wanted to bring this up, because again, we know you love talking business, and my thoughts on this whole thing is ChatGPT, notoriously known for destroying the environment. Why the hell? Who was in the boardroom that sat down and said, let's take influencers to a farm-to-table summer camp, give them beekeeping, which we all know about bees. Like, if bees die, we die, right? We all know that. And, like, on allegedly, in the grand scheme of things, like, if the world keeps getting destroyed, bees will die, we will die, right? That's, like, the whole thing.
Which is crazy.
Right? So my thing is, ChatGPT allegedly destroying the environment, takes influencers on a brand trip in the environment and shows them an ecosystem that is crucial to our survival.
But was this all in a bid to maybe show that potentially they're not ruining the environment? Like, I'm wondering what is the thought process behind this?
So the point of the trip was to showcase the new tools that OpenAI are releasing. And from my limited research that I've done on this, and of course everyone who's gone on the trip now doesn't want to say anything about it, so it's very hard to actually get details on what happened. My thoughts are that they probably were like, oh, our new AI tools could probably assist the beekeeper in doing its job with the bees, whereas everyone else's argument is, well, we wouldn't need to save the bees if ChatGPT wasn't doing what it was doing anyway in the first place, right? And so they weren't paid to attend, and for a lot of them, because they were so niche, it was their first ever brand trip. So I'm not even sure whether they knew. Maybe they just got excited at the
invitation. Because like thinking back to when I got invited to even just like not on the big trips that I went on, but thinking back to like early influencer days, and I got invited to like a PR showing in Sydney or whatever. I just remember being so excited to
even be invited.
To be invited somewhere.
And let's be real, like I think it's safe to say when you went to Las Vegas for the new Benefit brow pencil, you didn't give a shit about the brow pencil. You were like, I'm going to Las Vegas. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And we didn't even know what was getting revealed to us.
I mean, okay. Well, the brow pencil's still fabulous, and I love the brow pencil. Like, all my brow products are pretty much Benefit anyway. Not saying there's anything wrong with the product.
Fuck an oath, because it was going to Vegas. Right? So these people are probably like, fuck yeah, we're going to this farm.
Free holiday, free whatever. Yeah. But it's been really interesting because, I don't know what the angle was, but even if the angle was, look how AI helps the environment, I think that the social conversation around AI being bad for the environment, no matter what they could have done, would have helped the public opinion.
I'll tell you one thing, Matt. Just last week on my Big Business Main episode, I did a whole episode about AI because we're seeing a lot of brands using AI models. Like on their website. I'm getting lots of it like popping up in my ads and stuff. And I don't know if I've already said this on the pod, but like when I was in Adelaide Airport.
Adam and Sushi. Pistachio Puppy, sorry.
Yeah. And then like when I was in Adelaide Airport, I saw a store and they had like a big TV screen, out the front where they play all their images. And it was an image of an AI model, and it like stopped me in my tracks. And I went, AJ, look at that. Because it just was mind blowing to me that brands are putting AI models out the front of their shop, like to lure people in. And so I did an episode talking about it and just talking about both sides of AI imagery and brands using it, because I, as a business owner, like see it from both sides. Like one side is it's so expensive to shoot with a model. It might cost $5,000, $10,000 just for one day of taking photos, when business owners now have this tool of AI to be able to jump on ChatGPT and be like, hey, generate me an image of this model in these pair of downtown pants. Boom, there's your photo. And they see it as a cost-saving thing. But then at what cost does that come when there's so much distrust with AI and your customers? Like you lose everything and all your credibility, basically. But one thing that I touched on in that episode that I want to ask you about is, I know that AI is already like being used far more than we could ever probably imagine in the medical field and surgeries and diseases. And apparently like doctors, surgeons, scientists, researchers, medical researchers are utilizing AI to help them with potentially curing diseases, creating medicines, all that kind of stuff. And I kind of feel like, as much as we're like anti-AI and don't want it to take over the world, I think it's terrible that people are being made redundant from their jobs because AI has taken over and all that kind of stuff. How do you feel if AI one day can help further than what a human brain and a team can when it comes to like curing diseases and helping with better vaccinations and all that kind of stuff? Because in that instance, I'm kind of like, well, if they can use it in that way, then that's a good thing, surely.
100%. But the two AIs that we're talking about are completely different.
Yeah.
So the AIs that the doctors are using to try and cure cancer, that's different to the generative AI that people are going, my boyfriend cheated on me, what should I tell him?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like doctors aren't using ChatGPT to cure cancer.
Wait, but I have heard people say that they've seen their doctor using ChatGPT to ask it questions.
Yeah, which is diabolical. But and that also leans into patient confidentiality, because obviously anything you put into ChatGPT, you release that information to OpenAI, etc., by their terms of service, by using it. Like any information you put about yourself in there will
who knows where
that's going, or who they're selling that to, or anything like that. So there's a further conversation to be had there about patient confidentiality when it comes to doctors using ChatGPT, and I think that's wild. But I am not against AI as a whole. And obviously, I hope that AI will help cure cancer one day.
Me too,
Fingers crossed, that would be
100%.
incredible. But that's not the AI that we are, because AI is just artificial intelligence, whereas the generative AI, which is the, hey, make me a flyer for my cafe, which would take you 5 minutes in Canva. These days, it's so easy. And of course, as we spoke about on the podcast before, I've used Siri. Siri is AI. Siri is a form of AI.
In the podcast that I did last week on Big Business, in the comments of the reel that I posted, people were commenting. I haven't seen this myself, but they were saying that they've been like going into restaurants and seeing AI images in people's menus of the food, artworks on the wall of like spaghetti, and it's AI. And I'm just like, what are business owners thinking by doing that?
Yeah. I think it's especially upsetting just in creative fields. Like, for example, Drag Race is a huge franchise, RuPaul's Drag Race, very worldwide. And the new season of Drag Race Down Under versus the World is on. And they have the Hall of Fame of past winners from the Down Under seasons, and also the host, Michelle Visage. They just have like pictures of them up in the workroom, which is like their Big Brother house sort of situation that they're all in. And this has been a thing throughout the whole franchise. Like, inside this workroom have been pictures of RuPaul, like photographs that have been taken. And in this recent season, they're all AI generated. And they had a recent Kylie Minogue episode where they paid tribute to Kylie Minogue with, they had songs. That's often a challenge because it's like America's Next Top Model for drag queens, let's say. And so they have this girl group challenge where they all have to sing and dance to this song and write lyrics to their own song. And the girl group challenge is always a great challenge. Like, it's such a fun challenge, and the songs get released on streaming services and all the rest of that. And it was so clear that the songs they had used were AI generated because they were, one, so terrible, and two, they weren't actually credited in the credits of the show, which I saw some TikTokers talking about, is the fact that it was clearly AI, because usually they credit all of the artists, and there might be 12 artists that work on these songs. And then there were no credits, which obviously isn't allowed. So if there's no credits, it's safe to say allegedly it was AI. And these other images in the workroom, I'm going to say allegedly AI, but in my opinion,
but you would
definitely.
think that, like, if something is, like, if there is a song that is made with AI, the same way if you do a paid partnership or if I do a paid partnership and we have to disclose, surely if it's an AI song, it should be, like, part of it for them to disclose. Like, this is generated with AI.
I agree, but I don't think our laws have caught up to that yet.
But I think as time goes on, we will see more regulations around that.
I hope so.
Because same for, like, if I generated an image of a model in our downtown pants and I posted that, surely it would be, I would feel like it's my obligation to write, this is an AI model.
Yeah.
Like, but maybe the laws aren't there yet because it's still, like, quite new.
I think so. But my point was that I think that's what's the most upsetting. I mean, a lot of it is upsetting to me, but that's the most upsetting because RuPaul's Drag Race, for example, is built on art and artists.
Exactly.
And employs so many queer people in an industry that is underrepresented and underpaid. And now you want to get rid of 12 people on a song to AI to cut costs. You want to take away photographers and painters or whatever for AI images. Even like in one of the recent seasons, there's a part right at the end when like the final four are there, for example. And they kind of, RuPaul will hold up a photo of them from their childhood and be like, what would you say to 4-year-old Timmy right now? And, it's an emotional moment where they go, push through, like, you won't understand who you are, but one day you will, and you'll come out as this fierce drag queen. It's always like a really nice moment. And then like in the last season, it was like, what would you say to 4-year-old Timmy? And there were AI images of them as a child. Like, it was and to me, I go,
why would they use that when they would have photos of them when they're a kid?
This is what I don't understand. Like, that's the AI that I have a problem with.
Yeah, when you already have photos of you when you're a kid.
Silly buggers using it. Doctors, go ahead and please, for the love of God, cure cancer so that it is worth it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a totally different AI to, I guess, what we're... Because artificial intelligence in general has been used for ages.
It's been around forever and ever.
And that's not what the conversation is really about. So if people do make that argument, like, one, I think they either don't understand the conversation that we're having, or they're just too, I guess, ignorant is the word, to know or to agree or to accept that we're having two separate conversations. So that's that on that. But you know what? The biggest part about all of this is that about 90% of the influencers who went on this ChatGPT brand trip were women. Now, of course, in this industry, it's very female dominated. A lot of women are influencers. It's just how it works. And in the, I guess, tech space, maybe there's more men. It skews more men, but it was definitely more women. And a lot of people had an interesting point where they said that it's interesting that so many women were, because a lot of the men who were on the trip don't show their faces in their content.
Oh, it's just tech.
Yeah. So the women were like at the front and the face of this brand trip. And a lot of people actually brought up a really good point that they made, saying that it's interesting that women are copying the brunt for these huge big companies that have taken them on this brand trip. Like, everyone's yelling at the women, not really the men, but the men don't show their faces. And regardless of that conversation, it got me thinking back to a few weeks ago when we spoke about Kylie Jenner and the Meta glasses. And I went, hang on a second. It all makes sense. Obviously, Kylie Jenner is the face of Meta glasses because it now makes women go, oh my God, that's a woman with the Meta glasses. Because even the conversation, sorry, my mind was blown. The conversations we were having was creepy men in glasses are going to be perving on women with the glasses. They want to flip that narrative and go, Kylie Jenner's a woman and so now women get
cool
the Meta
to have
glasses.
them.
And also young people, obviously, I think we touched on they want to cater to young people, but I'm now like, no, they've used a woman to cater to women. On top of this, another thing clicked for me. Sorry to go totally opposite way, but betting apps. I don't know if you've noticed this.
Yeah.
But they have recently started having women at the front of ads saying things like, bet on who wins Love Island. Which, again, when I saw that at first, I went, that's fucking random. Like, they're betting on Love Island now, whatever. And I kept scrolling. It wasn't until I connected every single one of these dots that I went, the men are out of money. We're in a cost of living crisis. The men got no money left. They've gambled all their money away on the football seasons and whatever else it might be. Shit, we're losing the men. Let's get the women on board. Let's do Love Island. Vote for the winner of Love Island. And I had a look. You can vote for the winner of Drag Race Down Under. I did some market research on this because I think, I don't know what this means.
It is really crazy when you think about it. I know we're going deep here, but it is crazy in Australia, how normalized betting is. It's crazy. And we're so used to it that you don't even bat an eyelid. You know what I mean? I don't know, whenever you're watching the TV and it's like, now pull on your favourite bet.
Yeah.
But we're so conditioned to that you just think, oh yeah, that's just ad.
Which, I'm obviously not the target audience, but I watch those ads and I go, that would not sell a product to me.
Neither.
Which I know I'm not the target audience. But
Yeah, me neither.
Bizarre.
But isn't it weird? And it's obviously a whole thing. People have groups where they it's a social thing and they bet together and all put their money in a pool.
I know, but I don't know what that means. But I just think I've seen a pattern from the brand trip being, whenever I saw those comments mentioning it's women copying the brunt of this, I don't really like that because it's the men destroying the world. Agree. And then I went, hang on, that reminded me of Kylie Jenner. And then I went, hang on, that reminds me of ads. Anyway, I don't really have a point to all of that, but it's just something that I've noticed. And I think girls, ladies, everyone listening, don't fall for betting on the winner of Love Island. I would strongly suggest getting against that because gambling can be such a slippery slope.
I have a suggestion or a tip for people instead. Get it? Tip.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Tiffany, here we go.
Tiffany the
Tiffany is back. Tiffany the bookie. Instead of me. Instead of betting, one thing that I've seen, and maybe we've spoken about this before, like ages ago on the pod, Matt, but I think a really good idea if you want to do something with your friends that involves money is I've seen people on TikTok, and remind me if we've already spoken about this before, Matt, but I saw like a girl on TikTok talking about how her and her girlfriends have like a bank account that they opened up together, and every month or however often they all chip in. Like it could be $20 a month or $50 a month, whatever you want it to be, like with your closest girlfriends, and they kind of build it up every year, and then at the end of the year they're left with, you know, however many thousands of dollars, and then they use that to go on a girls' trip, whether it's like a weekend away, going to Melbourne, going to Bali, wherever. I know this is like obviously nothing like betting because you're not betting on anything, but I just think that's like a nice little social thing to do rather than betting on who's going to win Love Island. Mm-hmm. Put money together with your friends. Make sure they're strong friendships, because imagine if one of the friendships goes sour.
Messy, doesn't it?
But I thought that was like a really cool thing that those girls do. I think the girl's name was Kim. I can't remember. But anyway, that was like a cool thing that I saw a bunch of friends doing. As for me, I don't have enough friends to do that.
That's all right. Your friends will just pay for a super yacht.
Actually, I do have enough friends, but all my friends are sort of disconnected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could do it with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, you put in $100 a week and I'll put in $5. We'll see where we can go.
Please be upstanding for the royal flush.
Before we get into the royal flush, Matt, when I was in Europe, I like wrote down a few notes in our shared notes thing, just like random thoughts that came into my mind. And because we were like sitting at a table on the boat, and they would like bring us like mini Cokes. Like if you ordered Coke Zero, they just bring you like a little glass of it.
Yeah.
And then we got onto laughing about like things that we did when we were kids. I always talk about this, but do you remember when you were a kid and you'd sit around the dinner table to have your dinner?
Yeah.
And like your mum or your dad would just bring the huge like 3-litre bottle of Coke, and they would whack it on the table with the plastic cup. And it was just up to you guys to like pour yourself a Coke.
No.
What? Was that not a universal experience?
I wasn't allowed soft drink. We were a fat-free, sugar-free, everything-free household.
Okay, surely you went to like your friend's house one night and it was like fish and chips and a big 3-litre Coke, and it'd just get slapped on the table, and it was up to the kids to like pour the massive Coke.
No.
Well, anyway, I was just wondering, do people still do that at the dinner table? Like, I feel like now everyone gets their own individual drink, but when we were kids, you just got one big 3-litre to share. Like, I want to know, do people...
I reckon there'd be a niche of people who that applies to.
No, leave a comment. Did that happen in your household? Did it happen in yours?
I mean,
my mum was watering down the apple juice. Like, do you know what I mean?
We were like, here's the chicken tenders and the 3-litre Coke.
Okay,
Serve yourselves.
I was water or apple juice, and if I had apple juice, the apple juice was watered down. Sorry, girl, we had no money and we were all on it was fat-free household, so...
I lived the opposite life.
Yeah.
Did you not get a big fat Coke put on the table?
I don't know. I think I might be missing your point.
We were just laughing about it in Europe, saying, do people still do that these days with their families?
Yeah.
Where like the big drink gets put in the middle and everyone just has to pour it.
Yeah, I think everyone has such different tastes these days that... And yeah, I don't know. Were cans not as available back then?
I don't think so. Like, we just got the big family size one, and you all had to pour it in those like plastic cups that had been washed so many times that it had all scratch marks over it.
And the plastic was peeling off the top, and they had chew marks.
And there's like Macca's cups and everything in there.
I had all the chew mark cups and things, but no.
You're starving.
That's the funniest thing you've ever fucking said. Give him a raise. That's actually the funniest thing you've ever said.
Well, anyway, let's get on to the royal flush. Guess what?
What?
Last week, I forgot to say that's another episode done and dusted.
Oh, no.
I'll say it twice.
You're in Euro summer vibes. It's Tiffany, not you anyway.
Tiffany.
So we'll blame it on Tiffany. What's your royal flush for me, darling?
Okay. My royal flush is a Instagram account that I saw. It's a relatively new account, but I think it's picked up off an old account. It's called confession.daddy.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
So it's got 27,000 followers on Instagram, and the bio says, I started a viral confessions project. These are the ones I couldn't release until now. Some confessions may be fictional for entertainment only, with little shifty eye emoji, and the profile picture is a guy. So I'm guessing that's who's running the page. Now, the page only has 12 posts, and it was created in July, so it's relatively new. And basically, he is just sharing some confessions that people have emailed in. Now, I don't know whether all of them are fictional or not, but I read some of them and I just thought it could be fun. Like, I went through every single post because I loved reading them, and I just thought I could read some of them to you.
Okay.
So you need to go and check out this page if you're listening, confession.daddy, but some of these are wild. Like, wild. So this one, trigger warning, is about a snot fetish. If you don't like snot, skip forward a minute. I have never told anyone this. No one. Burner email, here goes. I have a snot fetish. I am a 29-year-old woman, currently single, but have been in a couple of longish term relationships. I have a very intense snot and phlegm fetish. Let me explain. I already feel sick, Matt. I have extreme sexual arousal for snot. The more phlegmy, thick and goopy, the better. Not so much dry snot, but more the runny, thick, mucousy, clumpy snot from the sinus and chest. I'm wet writing this. No, Matt, I don't think I can even read the rest.
Oh my God. Can I read the rest?
Yes, you read out the next bit.
With my last partner, I'd get him to cough up as much morning phlegm as possible. Ideally, he would spit some into my mouth and some into my undies for the day. We'd use it as lube, and I'd go as far as getting him to phlegm or snot into a sandwich bag so I could use it as lube on myself. In brackets, I work from home. Anything to do with snot I am so into. The more vile, the better. Green, etc. I love when my partners are sick and can cough/spit it on me. I have been known to get tissues out of the garbage bag and open them up. My life will never be the same again from this moment forward. Like, I actually feel like
I need to turn the aircon on because I'm sweating.
There was a time before the snot story came into my life and a time before. This is like Jesus. This is BC, DC, ACDC kind of situation. You know what I mean? Like, this is before snot story, after snot story. That was a pivotal moment in my life that I will never forget.
Well, some of these confessions on this, and look again, some of these could be made up, who knows? They're entertaining either way, but a lot of these that I've read, I wish that I didn't know how to read.
What's the next one? I just saw the thing as you took your phone back, the next one about wishing your best friend dead. What happened there?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's another one. I think I wished my best friend dead. I found an old potions and spells book from my grandmother who was into witchy and occult stuff, and I would always love reading it as a kid and teenager. Why am I puffed? Spooky.
Tiffany is getting weird. Just saying.
Can I just say I'm so here for Tiffany?
Yeah, same.
And like, if I ever say anything that could get me cancelled, I'm just going to blame it on Tiffany.
It wasn't me, it was Tiffany.
When I was 20, my best friend made out with the guy at a party that I was seriously in love with. They went on to hook up some more, then started casually dating. She knew how much I was into him and had been for like 3 years. I was so angry at her one day that I found a potion for a quick demise in this old book. I had to mix up various botanicals, create a potion, set my intentions, and spill the potion over a page with my feelings written on, then burn it the next day. I know it sounds far-fetched and witchy, but yeah, the same day I burnt the paper, my friend was hit by a motor lorry and died in hospital. I know logically it wasn't because I did some spell that it happened, but it's kind of what I believe.
That's spooky.
Yeah.
Where's that book? Find out what book that is. I've got some potions to make.
What about this one? This is the worst. I accidentally blew my brother at a glory hole.
Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
He didn't know I was gay. I didn't know he was gay. We had no idea each other would be on the other side and only found out as we left the establishment afterwards. Fucking bad.
No, that's
I've
that's
got
horrendous.
stories that I can't put in the podcast.
Have you heard, just jumping in, there's the one where they all went away for the wedding and the bridal party and then the groom's party all went out doing different things, but they all ended up in this sex on premises venue. And the bride thought, fuck it, I'll just go in and give it one last go. And she sucked off a guy and it was her dad.
Oh my god, why do you tell me these things?
No!
The wedding was cancelled, like it was done.
Oh my god.
You need to make a montage of this and be like, we're doing confessions week
Oh
on
my
the pod.
god, that was like the best reaction of my life, by the way. Like that gagged me. Well, just like the bride.
Let me find another good one.
I feel like this section needs a trigger warning.
I said trigger warning at the start.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think we need a stronger one.
I think we need a stronger one.
This is to add in before it. And just trigger warning, some of these are triggering confessions. So if you don't want to listen, skip through this segment.
We'll just put it at the start of the episode, I think.
Okay.
I think we'll just, when we do the intro, I'll say it there. Because
do you want any more?
like, that's like crazy.
Okay, Matt, this one's...
Also, I wish you could come to a glory hole just to experience it, Britt. I think you'd lose your mind. What? I just think you'd stand there and go, wow, this is crazy.
do you want another few?
I feel like we can't get much worse. So should we end on a high or give me a couple more?
Okay, well, this one is personal to you.
Oh, okay, great. So it's another glory hole one then.
A few years ago, I worked at a Santa photo booth for a shopping centre.
Oh, this might be my confession.
I fucked Santa while he was in costume on his Santa bench. He was 60, I was 25 at the time. Best of my life.
Hey, that's crazy. It doesn't say whether it was a man?
Doesn't say.
Because that's a bit gay. Like, I feel like, is a 25-year-old girl fucking Santa? Because, I don't know, that's weird. But then a 25-year-old guy fucking Santa, I go, yeah, that'd be a weird gay guy's fetish. That'd be gay Jay's fetish, fucking Santa. On his, what did he say? On his workbench?
On his Santa's bench.
What do you mean on Santa's bench in the middle of the shopping centre?
Yeah, I'm like, there's people around surely, or if not cameras. Do you want one last one, or you have enough?
No, I want one more. Really go for it.
Okay, this one I need your opinion on. So me and my mate happened to get our wives pregnant around the same time, which was awesome, going to be dads at the same time. We are both practical jokers and come up with what we thought was going to be a funny one. We thought if the timing aligned, we would swap our babies for a couple of days or until they noticed, which we thought would be really soon, haha. So it turns out our babies were born, same hospital, one day apart, and we were both discharged the day after, and what we did was swap our babies, thinking our missuses would notice straight away, even though they looked pretty similar, I guess. It went on for 12 days, ha ha ha. Anyway, we finally fessed up and both our wives were so angry, like next level. We thought they'd kind of laugh it off, but it was months of silent treatment. I'd leave him.
And rightfully so.
I would leave him.
That's giving like there's no consent there. Like that's really scary.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, check out confession.daddy on Instagram.
We should have just stopped it. At the Santa fucking, or the one before that. What was the one before that? Glory holes. The dad, the bride and the dad. We should just stopped at the bride and the dad because it got dark there.
Well, what's your royal flush?
Anyway, my royal flush. Well, it has to. This episode. This is Abby Chatfield's influence. This episode's been a lot about hating men and the effect men have on the world. But I have a royal flush, which is from friend of the pod, M. Russiano. Who can we get her on? I'd love Oh, no, wait, I'll save it. I can interview on her on my new podcast, which will be coming to Nova Podcast soon. And Gajo's going to sort that out for us, aren't you?
No, you have to do a whole pitch the way that I did with Big Business.
Okay, you tell me how to pitch and I'll pitch it. Not now.
Darling, that's not my job.
Oh, whose
You
job
got to
is
pitch
it?
it to the big bosses.
Who? Ricardo?
Yeah, and
Rach.
Rach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Well, scrollers, I need your feedback. So DM me or write in the scrollers chat or whatever, because I'll be using that as evidence. What was I going to look up? Oh yeah, Rossiano's video. Now she is hilarious and she does a lot of videos about being a mum, and I love that. And she did this video after her son asked her to watch him jump off a rock.
Oh, yeah.
You saw
I
this?
saw this.
I think a lot of people saw this. It got 3.4 million views on TikTok, right? But we'll talk about it in a second. This is what she said.
Parents, normalise telling your kid that something that they're doing is boring and not worth witnessing. Elio just asked me to watch him jump down from a rock. Not even an impressive rock, a small rock. And I looked at him and I said, no. Why? I'm not sending another man into the world who thinks everything he does needs witnessing. Next he'll be starting a podcast, you know?
I remember being a kid and being like that. Like, watch me, watch me, watch me.
And what was your parents' reaction?
I never paid attention because I don't think for the kid it's actually about like the parent watching them and getting the parent's reaction. I think it's just like wanting attention.
Yeah.
I never watched my parents' reaction, but
Yeah.
I can only imagine they just rolled their fucking eyes.
Yeah, probably.
Or like when you come home with a really shitty artwork that you've done and you're like, look at this! And then they like put it on the fridge. I never saw their reaction.
Yeah.
But they probably just went, this is fucking shit. Look at this spaghetti necklace that I made today.
Well, obviously this video caused quite the stir online and people had like quite a lot of opinions. I absolutely 100% agree with her. I really like when she says at the end of the video, she says, I'm not sending another man into the world that thinks everything he does needs witnessing. And I was like, that is such a good point, because like I think we are shaping men into being fucking diabolical, and we can change that. Obviously, a lot of parents were upset. A lot of parents were upset at her about this reaction she was having to her kid just wanting a bit of attention. They were like, oh, like he's going to have issues because he doesn't feel loved and whatever. And I thought that was like a perfect, I'm sure she shows him how much she loves him in a lot of other ways. He doesn't need to see. When she was like, that's not impressive, jumping off a fucking rock, I was like, oh my God, you are me. I just thought it was fabulous, hilarious, and it was my royal flush of the week. And it did cause quite a stir online.
I feel like anything to do with kids online causes a stir.
So true.
With the parents. And I feel like I can never comment on anything that happens because I'm not a parent.
Yeah.
Therefore, like, why would I ever comment on something? But like, if there's one thing that I've noticed, but I think everyone notices it.
But also, why not? There's so many non-business owners commenting on everything you do.
So true, actually. I'm going to start commentating on everything and go, well, people tell me how to run my business when they don't even own one.
Yeah, so many people commenting on trans people who aren't trans. So, you know,
so
everyone in the
true.
world comments on things that they know nothing about.
I saw
so we can comment on parenting.
Martha from Maths.
I was going to bring that up next.
There was a clip of her and her kids, and her older son was like being annoying or something,
Yeah.
and she like raised her voice at him in a video.
Yeah.
And that obviously then divided the internet of people saying like, don't yell at your kid.
Yeah.
Other people saying that's just a normal family.
Yeah.
And I just think, I just can't with the internet, Matt.
I cancel me for this, but when she yelled at him, I pissed. I pissed myself. I went, and you know what? Put him in line. Put him in line.
But again, I think like it's so easy for people to see something online and comment and think that they're perfect. But again, I'm not a parent, so I can't say. But I can only imagine that every single parent in the world at least once has yelled at their kids. Just once. But when they're in the comments of Martha's post, they are a perfect parent that has never yelled at their kids.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up in a household where I feel like I got yelled at and screamed at every day.
And you've turned out all right.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I'm saying.
You know,
like, if you can get through that and look where you are now, then him getting told to get off the chair and get out the kitchen, surely the poor kid's going to be fine. This is what I mean.
But I think a lot of us, like maybe not you, Matt, but like a lot of us grew up like literally being fucking yelled at 24/7, screamed at every day. And that was like the norm for me, which obviously isn't nice. But then like to see all these perfect parents in the comments being like, don't yell at your kid, like as if you go through your child's whole life and you didn't just like raise your voice at them once.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
At least once. Again, I don't know because I'm not a parent. I'm not in anyone's family.
I'm sure there'd be
And then everyone in the comments was like, as if we all don't lose our temper every now and then with our kids. Like heaps of parents were saying that because like you lose your shit, you get overwhelmed, you raise your voice, you probably regret it later.
I honestly think that maybe just parenting is just whatever you want to do, and that's that. You know what I mean?
Agree, but then I think like it may be like the issue with people that put their kids online and their family online is it then does open up the gates of people to then commentate on how you parent, which I then agree with you that parenting in the way that you choose to bring up your kids, again, who am I to fucking say this? I don't have any kids, but it is like an individual thing and every single family is different. Every single parent is different. But because it's so broadcasted on social media, does it then make society think there must be ways that you must parent? Because what were our parents watching back in the day? There was none of this social media stuff where they could compare the way they parent to other families.
Yeah, true. Weren't there? Were there any shows about parenting?
Not in like a live, real life way that we are now on social media where you can see the way of family parents.
True. In fact, even not parents, just operates in general.
Yes.
Like no one had access to how other families operated.
This is what I was saying a couple of months ago here. Back in the day, couldn't see all the things that we see now.
Yeah.
We couldn't see in other people's homes. We only saw in our friends and family's homes.
Yeah.
Now we can see in the homes of every person on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Which is not normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
Not normal.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. And thankfully Em Rossiano came out again and doubled down on her stance on that and went even further with that and talked about it on her podcast, which once you're done listening to all our episodes, you could probably go and have a listen to that. But she kind of covers more in depth as to what her feelings. Basically just says the same thing in a longer way
but like,
and adds more to it.
if you want to think that your kid not jumping off a rock that's not impressive, that's okay. And if someone else has kids and they say, no, I want to show them my full attention every time they jump off a rock, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like both things can exist. But I think when it comes to the internet, I know we kind of keep having this same sort of theme every week lately, but the internet just seems to think, nah, there's only one way to do it.
Well, we do have the same kind of theme, but I just think that's like
the world.
That's the world right now.
Yeah.
Because my other thought, again, sorry to drag men into this, but I'm not sorry at all. Imagine that same video was made by a man. I reckon the comments would be totally different.
Do you reckon they'd just think it was funny?
Yeah, tell him to toughen up. Tell him to toughen up. We're not watching this stupid jumping off a rock. Yeah, fuck yeah, you tell him what a great role model he has to tell him that not everything's going to be easy in life. Do you know what I mean? The comments would be hyping the dad up, going, what a good... Like, because the dad would be like, I'm not going to let him... They'd all go... They'd do the Luke Bateman of it all and go, oh, thank you so much for speaking on this. Thank you so much for being the person. And good on him. Nothing against Luke Bateman. But do you know what I mean? Like, if you look at his comments, I go, oh... Wank, 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 honestly. And it would be full of that. It'd be full of that. Because the women have been saying all these things for God knows how much and getting torn down for it. And then as soon as a straight man does it, it's like, oh my God, let's all fucking drop to our knees and suck them through a glory hole. You know what I mean?
I will say, like, seeing Luke Bateman's videos popping up, it does like we're not used to seeing a guy talking out against those types of things.
Which is great. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
But it's not like it's a new topic.
No. And I think that's like the frustrating thing for me is definitely like seeing the amount of comments and I guess it all leads to conversation, which is great. But I'm also like, nothing he's saying is profound and revolutionary.
No, it's just because
something
it's a straight,
I've known for ages. It's something you've known for ages. It's stuff that you as a woman have to deal with all the time. It's stuff that me as someone who has majority women in their life around them knows very well. And so it's just kind of like, oh, good. One straight man has caught on to the fucking conversation. Great. We've still got a long way to go, darling. But anyway, props to him. Love that for him. All good. All love to you, Luke. Sorry. I feel like that came across as like I'm being a bitch, but I'm not. But it is an eye roll at the same time.
Are you guys hot?
Yeah, I'm fucking boiling in here.
Here I can't turn it to cold.
Yeah, they got to do that down there.
Oh, okay. I'll tell them when I go down.
Just turn it off. Can you just turn it off?
I turned it on, but I put on 18 hot,
Yeah.
but it's still hot.
That's all right. It's because we're doing heated episodes here. Come back down. Keep all that in, by the way. That was fabulous. Bit of behind the scenes content for you. Britt trying to work the aircon. She's just like everyone else. From super yachts to having to sort the aircon out herself. We do it all here at High Scrollers. Anyway.
That's another episode done and dusted.
Yes, it is. Thanks for listening, Scrollers. Don't forget new episodes Tuesdays and Fridays here.
Thank you so much for listening, can I just say?
And thank you to the Spotify, I mean, I don't check Apple, sorry, but the Spotify commenters, you've been going off recently.
And I keep forgetting to read the comments.
Yeah, well, can you read one right now?
Well, it's going to be from Abby's
so
and
true,
Christian's episodes.
So true. But
Let's just say
you.
Abby is way better than Brittney, offense.
I think that a lot of, we really appreciate that a lot of you have been commenting, and it definitely helps us out because we've slowly been pumping up the charts as well. I've been seeing that we've been pumping up the charts.
And again, like we always say, when we record a podcast, like we sit here and we're talking to each other, but then we go home and that's it. And we don't see anyone listening. And I was saying to Gage the other day, I really thrive. I'm like a stats person. But like we don't see our
Well, it's probably
stats.
time for Nova to send us a stats report again. It's been ages since we've gotten
I thrive on stats.
the stats report.
I'll make it happen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Because, when we upload a reel, we can see how many people watched it.
And
we see
I'm
the
all about
comments.
growth as well. I always
Yeah.
want to be like on that trajectory. So I want to make sure that we're still going. What can we do differently? Let us know. Let us know what you're loving about the pod. Like we've really recently tried to inject a bit more of the trending aspect and then keeping close friends more for like personal life sort of stuff or like fun things. And of course, you've got the YouTube exclusives going live each week as well, which are always something different. And I mean, I did the little vlog and things like that. So we're trying to keep it fun and fresh and new. And I mean, we've had no real complaints to be concerned about, but we also need to hear that you're loving it. So
we're open to feedback.
Be
of all
honest
kinds.
with us and tell us what you're loving. Anyway, doll, I better let you go. What the fuck did we talk about this week?